Trying to read our DNA is like trying to understand software code, with only 90% of the code riddled with errors. It's very difficult in that case to understand and predict what that software code is going to do. Over time, I think we will probably see a closer merger of biological intelligence and digital intelligence. I think it would be great to be born on Earth and die on Mars. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop, where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. The value of beauty and inspiration is very much underrated, no question. But I want to be clear, I'm not trying to be anyone's savior. I'm just trying to think about the future and not be sad. There are some important differences between me and Tony Stark, like I have 5 kids, so I spend more time going to Disneyland than parties. From an evolutionary standpoint, human consciousness has not been around very long. A little light just went on after 4.5 billion years. How often does that happen? Maybe it is quite rare. I think a lot of the American people feel more than a little disappointed that the high water mark for human exploration was 1969. The dream of human space travel has almost died for a lot of people. If we're going to have any chance of sending stuff to other star systems, we need to be laser focused on becoming a multi-planet civilization. Biofuels such as ethanol require enormous amounts of cropland and end up displacing either food crops or natural wilderness, neither of which is good. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office, and it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. I tend to approach things from a physics framework. And physics teaches you to reason from first principles rather than by analogy. It is theoretically possible to warp space-time itself, so you're not actually moving faster than the speed of light, but it's actually space that's moving. The US automotive industry has been selling cars the same way for over 100 years, and there are many laws in place to govern exactly how that is to be accomplished. There's nothing, I've bought everything I want. I don't like yachts or anything, you know, I'm not a yacht person, and I've got pretty much the nicest plane I'd want to have. Stationary storage will be as big as the car business long term. The growth rate will probably be several times what it is for the car business. If you look at our current technology level, something strange has to happen to civilizations, and I mean strange in a bad way. And it could be that there are a whole lot of dead, one-planet civilizations. Government isn't that good at rapid advancement of technology. It tends to be better at funding basic research. To have things take off, you've got to have commercial companies do it. I wouldn't say I have a lack of fear. In fact, I'd like my fear emotion to be less because it's very distracting and fries my nervous system.